Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna evolve. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna evolve. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, shoulda had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna evolve. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and a level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we
Still doing that. Okay. What's up, guys? 안녕하세요, everybody watching. We got a good guests, good topics, and hope you guys enjoy what we talk about today. Psych.
He gonna come back and say we forgot him.
What's going on, folks? Let's talk about some games. And also talk about women in wine and post up some memes. Hope everybody is doing well. Let's get into it.
Man, it's good to be back. It's unfortunate for y'all watching, but I mean you here, so it must be for a reason. So don't turn away from the train wreck and let's get it going.
Even though y'all can't see me, you already know what I'm doing with my claw hands. All right, y'all should know by now. It's good to be back. I was about to say y'all know what I'm doing with my hands, but I was like, wait, I gotta specify a little bit more, otherwise it's suspect without context. But yeah, it's good to be back again. Got a cool guest with us again this week, so should be a lot of fun, man. I'm ready to get into it.
They say can't hear you, Fame.
What?
Did you mute
You
yourself
never hear him
again?
starting out. It's always muted starting.
Not me. I'm not muted, but I know what's happening. Every time there we go. That should hear me now. For some reason, my this OBS keeps defaulting me to a default mic, which is nothing. And so I have to go in and switch it to my actual mic.
Good old OBS.
And it happened with this last update. Like, I don't know why it's been doing that. So that really sucks. So, yeah, I'm glad you guys can hear me. But last but not least, we do have a guest today that unfortunately will be bombarded with cat memes by Dallas throughout the night. This is honestly and truly one of my favorite followers on Twitter. I've been following him for a long time. Dude is super insightful, hella funny, and it's definitely worth your follow. What's his name again, Hugger? I don't want to pronounce it, Hugger.
Really?
Pronounce it.
Holocaust.
Yeah, the drunk cat. I was gonna say the drunk cat, but that's it too. What's up, brother?
That's good. Hey, Fame, and everyone. Thanks for having me on. It's been a long time coming, as Fame said. I'm not ashamed to admit it. He asked me 3 years ago on a podcast with him. And I said yes a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Hey, man.
I could be the cool guy and say, I have so much fan mail, I finally got around to reading it.
Hey, I'm glad I finally made the list. But yeah, man, I'm super excited to have you on, man. Like I said, definitely one of my favorite follows, man. So I appreciate you coming through. And as you can see with the pre-show, dealing with our nonsense tonight.
You guys seem like a likable crowd.
And we try. We try to have fun. We try. Really enough, a lot of devs like us too. Like when we do developer interviews, like they really vibe with us. They always say it's a different feel when they talk with us. We just try to be the homie from next door.
Cool.
So, but I do want to start. I do want to start with the Avengers beta that happened over this past weekend. I do want to get the panel's thoughts on if you played it, and then also what do you guys think about the? I guess you can call it a leak without having a roadmap with, I believe, was it 13, somewhere around there, heroes that are set to come out here fairly soon. So I want to go across the panel and get y'all thoughts on the Avengers beta. I want to start with our guest tonight. Al, what are your thoughts about the Avengers beta if you got a chance to play it?
I did not get a chance to play it. However, speaking secondhand, a good coworker of mine who I work with every day, I'll just say Jake. I see you out there.
From State Farm?
Yeah, right. He's Gross Tearaweight on Twitter. He is the biggest Marvel fan probably that I know personally. He really liked it, but he had a lot of frustrations with it. A lot of I guess there was like some downtime he was complaining about, but he had a good time with it. He's playing on PS4. PS4 Pro, I believe, and he had a good time with it. He liked it, but that's all I can really speak about it. I watched the Digital Foundry videos about it. It looks technically impressive. My takeaway is, why spend this money on this IP if you're not going to make them look like the effing movie guys? But that's just me. Crystal Dynamics is a little hit or miss these days because half the team went to make that new studio, The Initiative. But
Oh, yes, it's just true.
but I mean, I like it. Looking at it right now, I mean, I like the look of the game. It looks kind of cool, but it's just not probably for me. It looks sort of like a Destiny kind of idea, but like more melee focused. But I mean, if you like that stuff, sure, go for it. But like I said, I didn't play it, so those are my 2 cents with the Avengers.
I think part of the issue, because I know a lot of people are kind of off put on the character models. I think a lot of the issue is I think Robert Downey Jr. alone would take up the entire budget of the game. I think he would ask for so much.
Oh god, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I understand why they couldn't do it, but it's just like, why after Endgame and after all these movies, you're gonna make basically just the Hulk look like the Hulk and Iron Man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, and like Thor doesn't even sound remotely close to like how Thor sounds in the movies. And I'm not saying that they have to do that, but it's just
to bring people in.
Yeah, from an aesthetic point of view, you'd probably be like, if I was a little kid, I'd be like, what the hell doesn't like Iron Man? You know, maybe I wouldn't say that, but it's a little interesting. It's very curious to me. But if the game is fun, then I guess that's all that matters at the end of the day. But again, I can't speak for that.
Dallas, I know you played a lot, man. What were your impressions from the beta, man?
Okay, so you remember when we was having this conversation about Spider-Man minus the actual beta thing?
Yes.
And I kept saying, like, the words I used were cautiously optimistic. And that's how I talk about most games that I'm excited by in some way or another. And this is like, it's mainly from the perspective of a comic nerd and a Marvel nerd sometimes. I think it depends on like where you're approaching it from, because if your point of reference is the MCU, then you may or may not be disappointed, strictly speaking, on like the depiction of the characters. I think I'm with you on the Thor's voice thing. I think they made him sound like All Might, and that's weird. But it's also not out of character. Gameplay wise, once I kind of like let the game do its thing, and by that I mean like just realize that as much as I want this to play like a beat 'em up, it's really an RPG. You have to think of it that way. It kind of opened up for me. Like when I first started playing, I said, Iron Man is probably not gonna be a character I play with a lot, but hey, it's Iron Man. By the time the beta ended, and I can't wait to jump in again this coming weekend, but by the time my time ended with it, Iron Man was like, it's probably gonna be my main throughout the beta.
It's an open beta this weekend, right?
Is that this weekend, open beta? Or is that
open beta?
Yeah,
it's this weekend. So, before I get to the next person, I do want to run down the list. It was actually 15 characters that were data mined. So, they'll probably be adding in Ant-Man, the Wasp, Vision, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Falcon, Marvel, Mockingbird, Quake, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop, She-Hulk, and War Machine. Those are the...
If they do Ant-Man. I wonder if they do Big Ant-Man. That'd be awesome.
Yo, that'd be super dope.
They have to. You have to change sides. They awesome. Had Kamala Khan doing the embiggen thing, so if they don't do the same thing with Ant-Man.
Okay, cool.
But I don't know. I feel like that's going to be too game-breaking in some aspects. Like, even on this part right now on the bridge, he's going to get so big he can't stand on that bridge. Like, how are they going to
I think it'll be a time thing where you can only use it at, like, the Halo thing, the grapple. You can only use it at certain points.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, because there's nothing, like, comparable to that for any other character that I can think of.
That's why it'll be specific, because otherwise, I mean, I have faith in Square Enix with their programming, but I also know how janky it can be if things aren't exactly right. So it'd probably be a time thing, like, use it in this circumstance, which kind of kills it, but I don't see how they could implement it properly.
I think they might do something like, I just spoke about the same thing when we were talking about Spider-Man being in the game, because Kamala is really similar to how you think Spider-Man would be. They even kind of have Black Widow swinging around on stuff like Batman, pretty much ziplining everywhere. And I'm having a hard time figuring out how they plan on doing Spider-Man if Kamala already plays the way she does. But also looking at her, and like I said with the embiggen thing, she does like grow in size. So maybe you can do the same thing and the reverse with Ant-Man.
And it'll likely have a really quick cooldown as well. Like it probably won't be as long, like you said, especially if you got missions
Like
to where,
Hulkbuster.
it's
You would think that would break it.
Demi, what are your thoughts, brother?
I didn't get a chance to play it yet, but I did watch it. The only thing I can really say is that Black Widow's gameplay looks fire. So does Iron Man. I'm not too impressed by Kamala Khan, however, but it's cool that they have these characters for the people that want to play them. Hulk looks fun. Thor does sound like All Might, but that's how I naturally would think he would sound in the comics, and like most of the Marvel animation. So it looks good. It's on my radar. I just haven't got a chance to play it yet.
Well, and hopefully you get a chance this weekend, man. I know I never got a chance to play multiplayer with Dallas because I started playing the demo late, and man, I was I know one part with Kamala, I had to swing over, and they kept saying press X. And I'm like, I'm pressing X. Meanwhile, I'm pressing square, thinking I'm playing on Xbox. And you're gonna see that here in a little bit. Like, why does he keep dying? Like, 'cause I'm pressing square, and I'm pissed off. I'm like, I'm pressing X. This game is broken.
I had that same problem in reverse when I'm playing Xbox games though. So
Halo, I know you played a lot, man. What were your thoughts?
I really like it. I mean, it's nothing like revolutionary. It's not like changing the formula, or it's like some huge like game of the year contender game. But you know, for what it is, it's actually really fun. I will say that I would consider it kind of like a mid game. Like it's, you know, it definitely a time killing game, and it's actually really fun, but it's nothing major. When you start out, it seems kind of bare bones, where it's just like, you know, this is light attack, this is heavy attack, and that's pretty much it. But once you like really start getting into the, you know, like the leveling up system of like Hulk, it's actually really fun. There you can like chain together combos and stuff like that. I had fun with it. As far as the list goes, I'm actually really surprised by that list, because I was thinking of like characters like they could add, and Black Panther and Scarlet Witch and Ant-Man were actually ones that I really wanted in. So
Yo, Scarlet Witch could be a beast, man. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to Scarlet Witch. Mainly because I'm hoping they let us use her to her full potentials. I mean, when you think about Scarlet Witch, a lot of people know, like, she is one of the strongest people, if not the strongest person in the MCU. Like, she's a monster, dude. I'm really hoping they, like, she should have a beast of a set. Like, she needs to be a pure monster in this game, man. Yeah. Hugger, did you get a chance to play?
I watched people stream it, but I didn't get a chance to play it. But I think it's solid. Like Halo said, it's nothing revolutionary. We've seen it before. But my problems lie on the business side of just the scummy monetization and logging stuff behind everything. That's my problem.
Yeah.
That
would be the
like,
thing.
you knew it was going to be bad, but you didn't think it was going to be that bad. Because there's going to be people that it's like when Watch Dogs first came out, the people that want everything, but it's physically impossible to get everything. So I don't agree with that. So it looks good. It looks like technically there. Square Enix has yet to disappoint me. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that. What was that game they released? The Blind Deaf Man, whatever. But
The Quiet Man.
Like,
Blind
I don't know. Yeah, the one that quickly whatever. I just think it's
same thing.
It's a mid game.
Yeah, I'm curious just because, like I said before, this isn't the Crystal Dynamics that we've known. This is the new Crystal Dynamics. This is their first game, and people just think, "Oh, it's Crystal Dynamics. They did all the Tomb Raider games." Well, no. 75% of that studio is at the initial.
Yeah, they all left with Daryl, or where I went with Daryl.
They're making Redacted for Xbox Game Studios right now.
So, looking at what we can see possibly with the extra characters coming on, could we possibly see one of the most egregious like microtransactions we've seen in the game in a while with this title? I know a lot of people are afraid of microtransactions in this game.
That's what I'm afraid of with it, because so far it has everything I'm looking for in most of what I'm looking for in what I would hope this game would be. And it seemed like the meat of the game is in like the skills and the gear and so on. So if they over monetize it, like that could make or break it for me.
Mm-hmm.
You think Spider-Man getting monetized? You think Spider-Man will be free?
No.
Because I don't think so.
Just the level of real world, like the gum and the drinks and the chip stuff already. It's just like, really?
Yeah. If they don't want a backlash, they're gonna make Spider-Man free.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think they care.
They don't want backlash.
I think after the Spider-Man backlash, they might hold back on making the microtransactions overtly expensive too.
I could see that.
That was all negative press. That's all you heard about.
And
they need that, so they have to tread lightly. They can't overdo
Yeah,
it.
that's exactly it.
So there's like gum and stuff advertisements on this thing. Like buy gum, get a.
Bro, they got Legos as if there's already not a Lego Avenger game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they had on packs of guns. Like so, it's almost like Call of Duty. Buy a monster and get, free Call of Duty points. That's crazy. I haven't seen that. That's ridiculous.
They do that for
somebody posted
Assassin's
on
Creed
Reddit.
and other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can earn things in Assassin's Creed when it's locked behind, oh, I need Verizon to get this specific skin, or I need this gum to get this specific thing. That's where I got an issue.
I mean, if it helps, that Verizon skin ugly as hell.
I would say shout out to Verizon for the free copy.
Yo, that's dope, and I saw that.
Pretty dope.
True.
I'm not gonna lie.
True.
So you got it. Like, how did that work? So it just gave everybody who had Verizon.
Basically, what they did was, I think it's if you have like their unlimited plan, because I have like my phone and my internet services with them. If you go on the app, I guess like one every 6 months you can redeem some type of reward, and one of them was beta access, and then you get a code later on for the full game. They only had like 5,000 to give away.
Oh wow.
So, and a lot of people, I guess, didn't know about it. And then once articles started going out about it, people were like, "Oh, now."
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coolest part about it too is you can redeem it for the platform of your choice.
Yeah, you can redeem it for
nice.
anything. Yep.
That's nice. And
So
people,
I feel like that's the only way I was gonna play it, is if it was given to me for free. And ta-da! Here you go.
there you go. Yeah, you really
Now that's incentive. That's how it should work. I mean, beta access. What you say? What?
I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think if could be changes that you want to see, like, beta-wise, as this weekend comes up?
Fix that frame
for those
rate.
that played. Was it bad?
The frame rate did look potato, yeah.
It wasn't actually. I didn't play it on the PS4 version, but it wasn't actually that bad for Xbox for me. There was like some parts where things got really hectic and it would like noticeably dip, but overall it seemed pretty. Especially on the Titan fight, it was actually a lot more solid than I figured it would be. I don't really expect the beta to be much different. Open beta to be much different. I mean, they may add like another like level or two, but like I think it's just more of like this is the open beta for people to get to play the closed beta. So.
One of my biggest issues with the game is that I played it on the base PS4, and that joker was dropping frames like clockwork. Like some of my worst parts I didn't record. I was just like, yeah. So I made a post because I actually had it pre-ordered for Xbox. I made a post like, because I thought about getting the PS4 version so I can play with Dallas. I'm like, yo, is anybody buying this on the Xbox? Because I'm finna switch because I can't do this. So I don't know how to run on PS4 Pro, but on the base PS4, don't buy it there. I mean, I wouldn't, because I mean, good luck trying to get even 30 frames per second most of the time. It's pretty bad, man. Like, you don't need Digital Foundry to see the frame drops in this game. Like, you don't need Digital Foundry. Like, you can feel it.
It wasn't that much for me, and I was playing on PS4 Pro, but like when shit got real, the frame rate wasn't.
But like,
it'll be interesting to see the data mines, because I mean they've already been data mined, but it'll be on, if I'm not mistaken, PC as well. See how much they dig into there, because that's where all the good stuff is hidden, in the data that the devs somehow don't remember to lock down.
Oh,
how pissed
terrible.
off would you be if you bought into this game and the character that you really wanted to play, like the one you thought your main would be, is the NPC.
Oh, that would suck so bad.
I think I would be upset, but I would be more upset if, like, you know, the main Avengers, if one of them was an NPC that you couldn't play.
Yeah, that would suck. That would.
It's like, that's the Avengers. I want to play as the Avengers, and you're gonna put them as an NPC I can't play? Dick.
Before we
put this super accurate meme in here.
Before we move on, thinking about the characters that we know for sure in the game and what we've seen that's DallazMan, is there a character in particular you guys are disappointed that won't be in the game?
Won't be?
As the start? Or as like a character that's coming later?
Yeah, either one. Like from between the start and the DallazMan, is there like a character you said this person is missing, like this person should be in the game? Because it seems like to me they got like most of the hard hitters covered. Like was Doctor Strange in there? Did I mention Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Can't wait.
I think out of that list, the one character, like if I didn't know about that list, the one character that I would honestly be disappointed not to see, because he's mentioned in the story, is Ant-Man. Because like, I mean, there's literally abilities that revolve around Pimp.
He is going to be in there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if he wasn't like in the list.
Oh, if he wasn't, okay.
It would be disappointing to see. It's just like having Stark Tech in a game, but there's no Tony Stark, there's no Iron Man. So
wait, let me double check this list, because I don't remember hearing Falcon anywhere.
No,
I didn't hear that either.
I don't remember seeing
Interesting.
Falcon either.
let me double check. I just had it
It's
up.
interesting.
Too.
I want to see. Glad She-Hulk is in there because
Yeah.
he's been getting a lot of heat. Mainly because Marvel Comics has been a trash fire lately, but
Oh yeah,
he's
Falcon's
been getting
there.
a lot of heat.
So it's Ant-Man, the Wasp, Vision, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Falcon, Marvel, Mockingbird, Quake, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop, She-Hulk, War Machine.
Okay.
So yeah, they did get Falcon in there, which I don't see anybody. I don't plan on using Falcon. It's garbage.
He'd probably be good.
Oh my god.
I mean, everybody's got their role.
To kind of counter that point, Fame, you know, I honestly thought, like, if you would have told me before I played that beta, like, oh, Falcon's going to be in there, and I was like, oh, well, you know, Black Widow's probably going to be trash too. I played as Black Widow. She is nasty as a character. She has some really good combos. So that kind of gives me hope for like the Avengers that like aren't like as big, like Cap and Hulk and stuff like that. It gives me hope that they can actually be a really good character.
I feel
It
you,
looks a
man.
lot better than when it was first shown, though. Captain America looked like a chunky boy in his stupid armor when they first showed it.
He's that armor.
It's still ugly, but it's better. The gameplay looks a lot better.
Yeah, that armor.
Okay, Alcoholicost, you with your memes? I wasn't ready for this tonight. Nobody posts memes that we invite on.
Besides Dreamcast guy was good with the memes. He was good with the memes.
That's true.
No more memes for him either. Nah.
Dreamcast got cut off. You're cut off.
Yes.
This game is going to be microtransaction city.
It is.
Like anybody who expects different is going to be very upset. And I don't think they're going to do anything about giving you a way to earn it either. It's going to be you pay it, you buy it, or you don't have it. And it's going to be alternate costumes, maybe even something as jacked up as abilities or like special effects on the abilities and stuff like that. There's just an infinite number of ways that they can nickel and dime people like crazy for this game. And kids are going to make their parents go bankrupt about it.
Alternate, so I don't really see like they have like skill trees for all the characters. I really don't see them like, oh well, this skill tree is exclusive to only this $5.99 price tag. Like I don't really see it being built that way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't see it.
For a long time,
I just see a lot of cosmetics.
Companies ran away from the microtransaction discussion by saying, "Oh, well, it's purely cosmetic." But in a superhero game, that's a big deal. In a Marvel game, that's a real big deal.
Breakpoint, they pulled the microtransaction. It's out, but they're back in there now. Like every single transaction that they pulled out is back in. It's like they're just gonna wait till your attention's not on it, and your outrage is over, and then they're just gonna put it back in.
Yeah, they're gonna be like to McRib.
Yo, in the comment section, somebody brought up that they would like to see some X-Men characters in there.
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, how cool would that be?
Give me some Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Because we got
that'd be dope,
one
man.
mutant on the list so far.
I
Yeah.
will say, as far
Gotta
as like
bring in Gambit.
superpowers or abilities go, the X-Men have some of the best. Like in
Oh
that
god,
scene.
yeah.
In this particular game, though, if they put any X-Men in here and Wolverine is not in it, we got a problem.
Oh, facts.
Big time.
And Jubilee. Jubilee has to be in there.
What?
Oh, we
Because
started
she's useless.
No.
Hey,
you
there's
mean
nothing
Vampire
useless about
Jubilee.
fireworks. Okay, she's great at celebrations.
Vampire Jubilee wasn't useless.
We're talking about.
You know who would be
Jubilee,
fire though?
whack.
Like given the way they've been doing movesets, who would be fire that you wouldn't expect is Kitty Pryde.
Keep
Oh
it.
shit.
Yeah.
You know, intangibility is a dope power, man.
Stop
Yeah, it's a
giving
lot
them
to do.
ideas.
People said
They'll be like, "Oh, you want the X-Men? $50."
X-Men DLC pack, baby.
Oh, god.
It's
Don't give them ideas.
I think the Fantastic Four would be too much like what they currently. Thing would play like Hulk, and Mr. Fantastic would play like Miss Marvel. So
I mean,
Yeah.
but
too weird.
War Machine is in the game, and he's got to play like Iron Man with bigger guns.
With just big guns, yeah. With machine guns.
A little bit, yeah, less mobile, but more standard firepower.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. So far, it's kind of working out, but maybe there's a reason that we only got so much time with Captain America. Maybe there's a reason we only got so much time with Thor, because maybe all the flyers play alike. Maybe all the hand-to-hand people play alike. I doubt it, though. I mean, there's a shield and guns; those play completely different. But
That's what Digital Foundry's video said. They were worried that a couple of the characters might just have the same move sets and just basically be a stand-in skin. But again, I haven't played the game, so I can't attest to this. But they did mention that.
I could see that. I mean, when you really think about Hulk and She-Hulk, how much different will their moveset be?
Yeah.
It's going to be almost, same thing with Iron Man and War Machine. It's going to be almost Falcon and Black Widow. They're going to be almost the same, except for the pistols. But I can see that. I can definitely see that, which is why
I think the most interesting thing that has come up is they want it to be an everyday you come in and you play, instead of you can finish the story and then that's kind of it. It's like, I don't want to play this every single day.
Is this a 10-year game like Destiny?
Oh,
I was just about to say, people said that about Destiny. People said that about Destiny. People said that about like a lot of different games. We give Monster Hunter a pass, but the thing that I get from Monster Hunter is the very thing I'm looking for in this game.
But Monster Hunter, you can play a single player story and not have to come back ever. This wants you back every day. You want those skins?
Good.
It still doesn't address one of my biggest gripes with this game, and I've mentioned it every time we talked about it. And it's not. I know it's not going to be throughout the whole game, but it's still going to bother the heck out of me. And it's like earlier when it was on the collapsing bridge, right? You have the Hulk running around, taking 4 punches to kill a normal human in SWAT armor. Like, come on, man.
In any superhero game, that's going to be an issue.
He would be. I know. He would be one-shotting
that.
everybody like nobody's business. Like you should. I don't know. That bothers me, and I understand it's an issue with superhero games. And like I said, the only solution I can think of is don't give me access to the overpowered heroes in those levels. Don't give me Thor. Don't give me Hulk. Don't give me the people who are like way beyond mortal and should crush any like living being in one blow.
Well,
Somebody would complain, I can't use Thor on this level.
Right.
True.
To
It is
kind of
my
address
right
that,
as an American to use Thor.
there's different level. There's different like enemy tiers that like there's certain people that like Hulk can literally pick up and just slam, whereas there's like these bigger, faster, stronger robots that can actually put up a fight against him that he can't necessarily just slam right away.
Yeah. But that's an issue. I think developers who make superhero games have to get past from the very beginning. Because like that's my biggest issue. If we've had a Superman game, like
You can't make a Superman.
yeah,
game
like
because it doesn't make sense.
this doesn't make sense. Like, why is random Joe at the coffee shop like ending my game by beating me up, and I'm Superman? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But
I don't know, Superman may be overrated.
I believe it was Hugger.
Superman is overrated.
He is. He is. He is.
100%. This man will destroy an entire city and people will call me.
Hugger
Should have stayed in
But the
Canada.
Avengers had to sign a paper.
Hugger had made a comment about game looking better than it did before, which kind of transitions us to something I want to talk about, which is Battletoads, which is set to release here in a few hours. Because is it just me, or Battletoads looks better now than it the first time we saw it?
They sharpen up the animation.
I think it's just you.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
No, it does look better.
No,
It looks better.
Yeah, just if I'm all jokes aside, it looks better than I thought it would.
I don't know what they did to the art style. They changed it and tweaked a few things, but it looks a lot better now.
Al, you got any aspirations for Battletoads, man? I know a lot of people have been like secretly wanting to say, yeah, I got a review coming, and it's legit. It's probably one of the better Xbox games of the year. A lot of people are like changing their minds about this. What are your thoughts so far? Have you seen anything, heard anything?
Well, I'm a lot older than I probably sound or look. I'm blessed with vampire blood, apparently. But I like old school traditional beat 'em ups, so I'm gonna play this. It's probably gonna be super hard, but I'm down to try it. I'm not gonna lie. The first showing of this game, I agreed with Kyle Bossman. I actually had a conversation with him because he called the art style gross, and I said the same thing when I was talking about it when it was happening. I couldn't get behind the art style at the beginning. That recent video that actually had the release date at the end, for whatever reason, whether it be, I don't know, maybe there was just a time difference. I'm pretty sure we saw Battletoads like right after we just saw Forza Horizon 4, so maybe that's why I perceived it so negatively when it was initially shown. But right now, I'm down. I'll give it a shot. I mean, like I said, I love beat 'em ups. Played Streets of Rage 4, maxed out all the characters, unlocked literally everything you can in that game. I will play that game for death until I can try to beat it. I know the Battletoads games are super hard. So I think that it almost looks like a Mode 7 level, like the interspersed, like the.
Oh yeah, yes.
That looks crazy too. Like I could play a game that looks just like that, as old school and terrible looking as it is compared to like new games. I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. I want to try that. But yeah, I'm down to try it. I mean, does it look any different though? I don't know. Like I said, when my initial response was, I think it was right after they showed Gears 5 and Forza 4. So that's when I was like, oh, you're going to show this now? But I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks good. For right now, Fame, I'm definitely down to try it. I'm pretty sure it hits Game Pass, next week?
Tonight.
Oh, I could be playing that.
Wait, really?
It hit Game Pass tonight at 12 a.m.
Oh,
well, then that's for...
Well,
depends
on where you are. 12 a.m. Central Time is when it for us. So, but you brought up a game that Al, that hit the nail on the head for me. We brought up Streets of Rage 4 because the panel knows I hated the way it looked when I first saw it. I was like, this isn't Streets of Rage. Ugly. I'm pissed off. But when I played it, I was like, all right, this is cool because the game was fun and I got past in my mind what I thought Streets of Rage is supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping a lot of, because I said it last week, I want people to give this game a chance. I think it got a lot of negative press, a lot of negative thoughts from people, purely based off of Rash and Killer Instinct. When people saw Rash and saw him looking, graphically impressive, and they hear Battletoads, that's the game they expected to see. So I think
they don't know what Battletoads is.
Yeah, instead they got Battletoads Family Guy parody.
What?
Tell me that don't look like a parody. Look me in my cartoon eyes and tell me that don't look like a Family Guy joke that they did talking about Battletoads. And it don't even look like Battletoads, it look like Ninja Turtles. Like a Family Guy Ninja Turtle joke.
I can see that. You suck now. Because that's all I can think about.
I will say.
That said, while I'm not super... You say what?
Oh, no. I'm not going to interrupt. You finish. Finish what you're going to say. I just have to go back to what Fame was saying.
I'm not super hype about it, but like one of my favorite games as a kid was Double Dragons and Battletoads. So I will be playing it.
What if they make double Battletoads?
Then people start complaining like double Battletoads. We only get 2
double Toad Dragons.
Hey Hey, the third Toad is DLC. Don't worry, it's coming.
$90.
Oh my god.
But Al, what were you saying? There you go.
Oh, to you, I was gonna say, back to the Killer Instinct, the fighting game when Rash came out. Man, that developer was pretty something special right there. What was it? Double Helix and Iron Galaxy.
Yep. Which
Little known fact, and I was just having a conversation about this actual game. Do you know that the director of that game? You know who he is? Ken Lobb, also known as the guy who put the Clob in 007's GoldenEye 64.
Oh crap!
Yeah, so that guy's been around forever. And
I did not know that.
He wanted to make a new Battletoads game, and it got shot down like years ago. And how they sort of came up with the idea is they sort of appeased him by putting Rash in Killer Instinct. Now, how crazy would that have been if they made a Battletoads that looked like that instead of what we have now? Now, I'm not saying, again, I'm not shitting on the art style. I am sort of condescendingly shitting on the art style, but it would have been so much more impressive, I think.
I think a lot of people would have preferred that, honestly. I think a lot of people would have preferred that graphically impressive Rash from Killer Instinct type Battletoads game. Like, I'm looking forward to this one. I love how... I hate the fact that... let me rephrase it. I don't hate the fact that it's not online multiplayer. I think it was a miss not being online multiplayer.
Yeah, that's always a miss, I think, these days.
That's literally my biggest problem. Like, I don't understand why, like, side-scrolling games are launching with like couch co-op, but you're not launching with. I had the same problem with the that Power Rangers game.
Battle for the Grid.
Yes, no, not Battle. It was before Battle of the Grid. It was called. I know what you're talking about. It was a side-scrolling one, right?
Yeah. And it's like, oh, we have couch co-op. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then that's it. Like there was no 2-player co-op. Like who really like who's coming over? Like, hey, Power Rangers just came out. Like, it's not. Yeah. It's the same issue with me. I think it's a missed opportunity for them not to add co-op, especially in this day and age. In Battletoads, that's one of the biggest like disappointments for me. I mean, I might still play it, but like, it's really a letdown.
Hey, really fast in the chat.
Not promoting social distancing.
Yeah, I'm about to say Rain G4 said it's live right now. Battletoads is live right now.
It's up. Oh shit. Nice. Well, I'll try it after this podcast.
Yeah. I think one of the things with that Power Rangers game, I got lucky because I played that with my son, and I'm doing the same thing with Battletoads. Like me and my son will play it together, and a lot of the achievements. I put up an article about the achievement list that was revealed. A lot of the achievements are co-op based. Like a lot of them, like 3-player, 2-player, co-op based. So if you're trying to get a lot of these achievements in this game, you better get grandma to come over and play the game with you because you're gonna need somebody to play with.
Grandma's got a social distance.
Granny.
Poor Granny.
She's old. She got a social distance.
Yeah, my co-op partners are 3 and 5, and they're not playing Battletoads.
They'll be like, "This is what you played, really? And you want me to play it?"
Yeah, my wife will come in the room and go, "I'm not touching that thing."
And it has 3 difficulty levels.
Oh, there was such a good joke in there.
Yeah,
I know. No
one's dangerous out of context, man. Dangerous.
I was like, it's first time meeting you. I'm not gonna do it to you. But it was so close. So close.
So you got. I think it's Tadpole, Toad, and Battletoad are the 3 difficulties, and the only difficulty achievement is the actual Battletoads achievement. But I'm hearing it's like extremely difficult, like break your controller difficult, which it wouldn't be Battletoads if it wouldn't be break your controller difficult.
Amen.
In my opinion, Demi, any? Go ahead.
I was about to say, but that sounds like you might have to try hard at that game, and some people don't like that.
No, some people. You're not supposed to be good at games.
Yeah.
You know what?
How dare you? People just want to play games without trying and win, bro. That's all they want.
Now,
yeah, good.
Hey,
get that on out of
people, if people want to do that, whatever. I don't buy their games, and I don't really care if people want to play on easy. I play on easy sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get through a game.
Oh no, I was talking about TikTok dude who was like, I hate people who try hard in games because I can't have fun because they're trying hard to win.
Dude, I have so many issues with that video, and people telling me on Twitter, "Hey man, he has a right to his opinion," which everyone has a right to opinion, but it's a stupid opinion.
Get off the sticks if you're not playing hard. You know?
Like I don't know. The whole thing is kind of like a fallacy to me. Like if you want to be able to play games and just focus on having fun, then winning shouldn't matter to you. So if somebody else wants to win, that shouldn't impact your level of fun at all. If you're saying that you want to be able to not try but still win, then too bad. Like, get over yourself, man.
Yeah.
If you're playing a multiplayer game and you're not trying or not trying to win, but you play a multiplayer game and you're not winning, I'm sorry, you're not really having fun. That's where the fun comes from.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? Okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, if you're not winning, you're not having fun. But if you sitting here whining about other people being good or other people's skills,
like, dang, bro.
like, that's a problem. Like you got it. I think your issue ain't got nothing to do with it.
Trash.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Video
just
games
trash
ain't for you.
human being, that's all.
I never thought somebody would take Fall Guys so serious. I mean, Fall Guys is one of those. I haven't played it yet. I have it downloaded, and I even re-upped my PSN for the first time in almost 2 years to play it. But I haven't played it. But the game looks like chill, like you're gonna sit back and have some fun.
It's not. You say that, it's not. I tell you.
Really?
That game gets your blood boiling. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
It's like Dark Souls, Mario Kart.
Oh man, yeah, I'm there.
That's why I got to win on the board because I had to play it like Dark Souls.
Oh man.
Jesus.
I didn't think it was that serious. Honestly, I thought it was just like a little party game.
Let them put proximity chat and watch the toxicity flow.
Oh,
That's
it's
all.
going up. I'm in there.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't
I'm
play
ready
video
for that.
games no more. Because I watched Demi play Dark Souls, and why would you have the audacity to sit there and beat a boss? Like, I haven't beat any
How
bosses in
dare
Dark
you,
Souls,
bro?
man. It just don't make sense that you would sit there and take the time and actually put in effort. That's just unheard of in itself. Like, effort
What
to
is
beat
that?
a video game.
Disgust me.
Like, why would I play video games and other people out here doing stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
You having
I
fun,
love Dark Souls
definitely.
games, man.
Yeah.
But if
Imagine
Fall
having
Guys is
fun.
like that, I don't know, man. It does not look. I've never played it. I know it's super popular right now, but
I didn't know it was super competitive like that. Like,
Yeah.
we talk.
It does get real though. I haven't even played it. I just been watching people and they
Yeah, it looks like
sweat they boxes off.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Man, up them sticks,
People
man,
think
if
it's
you're not
like,
playing.
oh, this looks like a little cute game until somebody throws you off at the last part.
Yo, I love watching that happen.
That's
to people, bro.
hilarious,
It cracks me up.
Is it worth?
Jesus.
Should I play this game? Like, I was like super. Like, let me-
You don't have the temper for it.
I don't.
There's no, if you're playing it on PS4, you're nothing to lose. Just download it. I'm telling you, it's the game that 2020 needed. It's a very fun game.
I'll keep hearing people say it's probably gonna be multiplayer game of the year. Like,
Oh hell
Without
yeah!
a doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's completely
Hell yeah.
overshadowed Fortnite and whatever the hell Destiny's
Finally.
trying to do right now.
People cared about Rogue Company for like 3 days, and then all of a
Wait,
sudden,
what?
dude, I haven't played Rogue in a while.
Wasn't that the game that came out for the original Xbox?
I completely forgot about Rogue.
There
If I'm
was a
being
game
honest,
called something similar to that.
So
Yeah.
did everybody else, man.
that sucks, man. But you know, a shout out to the developers, man. Before the game came out, they were at like 14,000 followers, and they're up to 1 million. Like,
Yeah.
the game was just blown the hell up, man.
They took off.
Yeah,
Good for
Rocket
them,
League did the
too,
same
man.
thing.
Small
Like,
team, same with Rocket League. Yeah.
Like, imagine being they've got to be like a small developing team, probably like 20 people. Like, oh,
Mhm.
you know, we put a little money aside. We got, this game's going on PlayStation. It'll get like, a couple thousand people interested in it. This thing took off like crazy. And it's like, wow, we really didn't expect it.
I think
Yeah.
it was a perfect time for it to happen too.
You know what's next, right? You're gonna have their beans, right? It's gonna have like the
jelly beans.
the Domino's beans, and whoever else gonna pay to put their branding inside of a bean. It's coming.
Yeah.
They're gonna put PlayStation characters on them, Xbox characters on the Xbox version.
They already made a tweet about that, actually.
Really?
All across the world right now, marketing managers are having discussions with their board about paying $130,000 to have their logo branded on a bean.
It's happening. That's definitely going to happen.
What they're doing is basically, it's a charity thing that they're doing because whichever company donates the most to a charity, they'll get like their own logo, their own thing, the special bean, I guess.
That's actually really dope.
Nice.
Like that's super dope, man. But it's definitely. Chill, Demi.
That one.
Really, bro?
Don't ask why.
Wow. Shout out to the main box that's not being shown tonight. Demi is not playing. Good God. I do want to switch over. Dallas, I know you were a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima. It's getting a multiplayer mode, which I didn't see coming. I haven't played the game yet, but I think that's super dope. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Let me cut you off real quick. So the chat can't see the meme box, correct?
The chat cannot see the meme box.
Okay.
Not tonight.
Yeah, so you can
Unleash
get
it.
on you for putting the N-word in the chat tonight.
Whoa! Chill, Dallas. Chill, bro. Chill. Shit.
I have to make sure before I post it.
Oh, freaking Dallas.
What the hell is this?
Oh.
He actually,
How the hell do they know how I wear my underwear?
Halo, I actually hung this in our office.
What?
We get guys who come in. We get guys who come in our office all the time with their nose hanging out. I'm like, I don't know who taught you how to wear a face mask, but that is not correct.
Oh god.
Dallas had how he wears underwear. God damn.
I can't unhear that, Dallas.
Perfect time to drop this.
So I apologize to the chat for y'all not being able to see the meme box right now. Like I haven't seen what Hugger just dropped, but I'm kind of scared to look. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
We would be in trouble on YouTube.
Hugger! Hugger!
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
We will be getting banned tonight if we show up the meme box tonight. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we'd be in trouble. Anyway, Tsushima free co-op mode.
My thing is, okay, my first thought was like, okay, y'all gotta stop. More Ghost of Tsushima combat is always a good thing. I really enjoy the combat, and after a while, there's no new game plus. And we would think that that's sort of a staple in these kind of games. Like every game like this needs a new game plus. But now I know what y'all was working on, and I am eternally grateful. One of my favorite things was the Tales. So to actually see some of that come to life, I'm down for it.
What a great developer too, man. Sucker Punch is so good.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that is
I don't even know
really
what class
cool.
I'm playing
I thought
first.
that was a really dope thing for them to do.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good surprise for 2020. Because
You know,
let's be real.
What did drive me nuts
pretty
though?
crappy.
I only saw this from one person, but some dude came out and was like, "Does this mean they released an incomplete game? This is ridiculous, bro." I was like, "Dude, go sit down and shut up." Like, I don't even care if you're gonna cover this by trying to say that you were memeing or some crap. Like, get over yourself. You're looking for something to be upset about. They released a game that people really like, that's really, really good, and then they gave you something extra that's gonna make it even cooler to share with your friends. Like, get over yourself.
I hate people like that.
Yeah, man. You looking for something to be upset about.
Care. You don't care. You just want to look good on Twitter. You want a couple likes.
Yeah,
I just want you to know if you like that and you're listening, you don't deserve the oxygen you siphoning from people with brain cells that actually function.
That's it. Yeah, I dropped 55 hours in that game and I had fun every hour, man. I did everything.
I need to pick up that game.
Back.
When it came out, I told my wife, I was like, I want to buy this game, but will I play it right now? Because
have you played it yet?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh man, I went into it so lukewarm, and a shame on me for even thinking that, because I mean we're just right off of Last of Us 2. I just did my replay of Last of Us 2 on what was it, like Survivor or hard, or the second to the hardest difficulty on my second playthrough, and I'm just like, there's no way this could even top this. I mean, why didn't Last of Us 2 come out before Ghost of Tsushima? And here I am eating my words. I mean, that was a more enjoyable experience for myself. I mean, I'm not speaking for anyone else other than myself. And just pure joy. It might not be the best open world game, but I had the most fun in that game. I like the stories, the characters. Like, you actually remember their names. You're like, oh, I remember that guy. I remember his name. Like, a lot of open world games, you're like, oh, I think that was the guy that I did something with. Like Assassin's Creed, it's just like too bloated. I think Tsushima was like the perfect amount of world building, and each level was like, not level. The island was handcrafted so that all the biomes looked very individual. It was awesome. There was no like repeated textures or any of that stuff that you get in with regular open world games. I think that they did a really good job with that. I was impressed, Fane. If my 2 cents, definitely check that game out. Awesome.
Because I was definitely like lukewarm on it, like you were saying, man. I think at this point, I might as well let it be one of my Black Friday deals. Maybe I can get it for like $40 if I'm lucky. I definitely wasn't like put out on it. It definitely looked like a good game. I just couldn't get hype behind it. Like, I couldn't. I tried, man. I wanted to like be super hype. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I got you.
But like, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of, with hearing the multiplayer part, kind of put a dent in my thoughts of multiplayer parts of Sony games being separate downloads and coming to PC. Like I still believe The Last of Us 2 multiplayer is coming to PC. Say what you want. Oh man, it's the part on screen where you can see I got confused. It's coming up. I got confused on what console I was playing, and you're gonna see me down like 6 times in a row. I'm like, I'm pressing X, dumbass game. Like,
but no, you ain't.
Meantime, I'm just pressing square like over and over again. Like, I am pressing. I was so mad. I almost stopped playing the beta because of this mistake. I'm like, this is stupid. Mind you, I just pressed square to pick up that thing, and I'm still trying to go over ledges, but yeah, man, I definitely want to play. I think the adding a multiplayer is super dope. I wonder how deep it's going to be.
It's
That's
2 modes.
Yeah,
right. It's 2 and 4 player co-op, but like there's also a raid mode too.
See, that's dope.
It's coming.
Which is going to be insane.
The story mode is 2 player. The raid mode is 4.
That's insane to me. Like, an action adventure raid mode, like, that's awesome. Like, when was the last time that was included in a game?
That's
Resident Evil 2. What was the not Resident Evil 2, but the one, what was it? The smaller version, the small one that was like
Revelations.
There you go. Revelations 2 had a raid mode. Well, I think the first one had a raid mode too, but the second one I think was a little better.
so.
That's so cool though.
I want to ask the panel a question. Demi, you there? Because I know Demi normally disagrees with me with stuff like this.
Yep.
All right, so I was pooped on Twitter again because of my whole God of War is coming to PC tape, right? I feel like I would die on that hill. The moment you see me dying over and over again. It's pissing me off watching this. I can't even concentrate on what I'm trying to say. The moment Corey Barlog tweeted me back and was like, "Yeah, I want to put it there. It's just not my. It's above my pay grade." I was like, "Yeah, this is coming." And then we get Horizon Zero Dawn. Randall Thor's one people kind of leaked that out. But it's like, "Yeah, this is happening." I feel as if Ghost of Tsushima goes along the line of Horizon Zero Dawn, and that Joker could possibly come to PC one day. I feel it.
No,
you don't think? Yeah, I think that you wouldn't. I feel like this would be. I feel like this game would be super dope on PC. It looks beautiful. I think it'd be super dope on PC.
I don't see it coming to PC. I think because it's coming to PS5.
It's a new IP, just like Horizon Zero Dawn.
IP, yeah, but it's done gangbusters for PlayStation. I just don't see.
So did Horizon.
You don't think like once they no longer need it in that way, like 5 years down the line, and not just gonna be like, here you go, why not?
I think that's.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If that happens, I will eat my hat on camera.
But
I don't see that happening.
So even if it's 5 years from now, if Ghost comes to PC, you will eat a hat. Because I'm dead ass. Like, I want to see you barbecue it.
Do we get to pick the hat?
So
it's
even
a MAGA
if it's
hat.
made of Popeye's biscuits, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, Demi God.
Yes, sir.
You have a tasty hat.
I have
That's what he said.
tasty hat.
I may know a few things.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Don't fall back, sir.
I might get in trouble.
No, don't get yourself in trouble.
Hey, drop on the
I'm
trouble.
gonna say Sony has been brewing a initiative for a long time. It's everything. Everyone wants to say, "Oh, it's pushed back because of COVID-19." I don't know. All I know is that it's happening soon. Horizon Zero Dawn is not going to be alone, and the PlayStation exclusives that are coming to Steam, not Epic Game Store. The PlayStation exclusives that are coming to Steam will not all be 3-year-old games.
Oh.
So
going into next gen, I believe the window might be even closer than you think. As far as PC to PS5 releases.
Better get your hats ready.
There is rumors also. This is exclusive. No one knows this.
shoot.
You remember when Xbox announced the buy one, day one, and you get it on all these systems?
Yeah.
Etc. I forgot what the thing was called, but basically Sony had it with the Vita and PS2 or PS4 and for certain
Crossbar.
Exactly. Thank you. The name evaded me. I have a feeling that that's going to be part of this initiative too. Now, will this be an event? I don't know. It was told to me that it could be an event, but it might be as simple as a PDF upload, ghetto URL page. You know how they sort of just dropped all the stuff about the DualSense on us? It could be that. It could be, oh, by the way, this is happening. And then there it is. I do know of a few select titles. I cannot be
tread lightly.
Too on the nose. Those who
things is happening.
Those who desire blood might be happy. Those who like to ride motorcycles might be happy, and those who like samurai movies might be happy. And they might be happy this year.
If so,
you will eat a hat.
Remember, I said it, fam.
Huh?
Don't choke on your hat.
Eat a tortilla hat.
Hold on, because remember, I said something with a motorcycle would make an appearance before Mr. Axe.
You did.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is,
that ain't gonna save you from.
I hope you got some barbecue sauce, man.
Get your hat sauce ready.
We going in dry.
Whoa!
Sony likes money, and I think Sony's seeing what Xbox is doing, and they're like,
I still don't understand who loses if a game comes out on more than one platform.
People are like, it's exclusive.
Yeah, Sony is in the mindset where our platform matters because literally PlayStation bailed out Sony a couple of years ago because the movies were terrible, the cameras were overpriced, the TVs weren't selling. Now that they basically bought Spider-Man rights, they resurrected their movies. Their OLEDs are pretty awesome now. They're still not LG quality. Don't kill me if you're an LG or a Sony OLED owner. I'm an LG owner. Sorry, it sucks to be second. But I'm not saying that. But they want to put pride in their device. They want to sell their device. So I get it. But they saw what Microsoft did, and they're seeing that there's more value for more people play your stuff. So like Microsoft Game isn't about selling those consoles next gen. It's about Xbox Game Pass subscribers. They don't give a shit where you play. They're saying, if you don't want to buy a $1,200 PC, we got you. Here's a $399 to $599 console system, or $299 if you're talking about the Xbox Series S. But that's another story for another day. That's what I think it's going to be, at least. I think that's what Sony's approach is now. So, like the floor hugger was saying, Sony's not afraid of money, but they are afraid of trying to devalue their devices. But they're saying, I mean, even recently, Atlas has been making games for how many years now? Yes. And they just finally put Persona 4 Golden, and it's like the number 4 seller on Steam. That's a single player game.
Yep.
The number 4 seller. That's above Half-Life 2. That's ridiculous. I mean, that is ridiculous to think about. Like in the last couple of years, that's insane. So I think Sony is now realizing this is a real thing. I know that I can't speak on the record, but maybe when we're done the show, I'll tell you who's involved in this initiative from Sony, and it's all gonna make sense. You're all gonna, so your heads are gonna. That's why. But it's a good idea. But again, it's a Microsoft idea, but
I think
Sony has a lot of great things to offer for everybody.
At the end of the day, those who still want to play these games on PlayStation are going to play them on PlayStation. It's not. I don't think it's going to deter people and say, you know what, I'm done buying a PlayStation console. Let me go build a $1,500 PC. They won't do it.
Yeah, that's it. That's just it. And these new graphics cards that are on the cusp of coming out, the NVIDIA graphics cards, they're probably going to be ridiculous. But guess what? None of them are going to cost less than an Xbox Series X or PS5. They're all going to be like that and a half. You know, they're going to be super expensive graphics cards. And that's not consumer friendly. I mean, let's be realistic. High-end PC gaming, and I love high-end PC gaming.
Oh yeah, there's nothing about it that's consumer friendly.
It's terrible. Your RAM dies, you got to buy another $120 kit. You got it. God forbid your motherboard dies, you got to get a $200 motherboard. Your CPU dies, you're fucked. You know, the GPU dies, we're just like, I'm just gonna play my PlayStation 4 for a couple months. You know, it's aggravating like that. And that's where these next-gen consoles, where people are always like, I know I'm sort of sidetracking the conversation, but people are like, well, I'll just buy a PC. Well, why? Why would you do that? As a high-end PC user, I have an expensive PC. But if my PC were to just die, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to go out and just spend another $2,500 on a new PC. I'm going to wait a little bit and just stick to consoles. It's cheaper. I put the disc in, it downloads the game. That sucks, but whatever. I'm playing within an hour or two, you know?
There's something, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been one of the ones like, yeah, man, I'm going ahead and build me a PC. But it can be daunting thinking about, you know, you spending for a good high-end PC, and it's not just a PC. Yeah. Then you need a monitor with a high refresh rate. You know, you can't just get some regular 1080p 60 hertz monitor. Like, you need something legit. So total, you're paying, you know, well over $2,000, or you can just hook your console up to your PC. So it goes to the fact that, like I said, a lot of people, which this generation, the PS4 marketed to a lot of the casual gamers. That's why it's sold so much, like the 360 last gen. Yeah. The casual gamer is not going to go build a PC. They're going to buy a PlayStation 5 and still play these games. The majority of console sales are from casual gamers.
Yeah.
And that's also like, it's smart. I think you see in Sea of Thieves and Halo, Master Chief Collection, and Grounded be at the top of Steam. Sony sees that. They're not stupid. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's make some of this money. It's smart.
And now Horizon's up there too. And Horizon is, for all intents and purposes, not exactly the greatest port, but it works reasonably well. But the sales are really, really good right now.
I think that was their proof. I did tell me if I'm wrong. Did Death Stranding sell well?
Death Stranding sold really well and was an outstanding port.
Yes.
The engine that Koji Pro is using is fantastic, by the way. I mean, I sound like a salesperson. I was impressed. I was able to run it at 4K at like 144 frames a second. It was insane because of DLSS 2. It's like the God's wizardry magic right there from NVIDIA. But I mean, needless to say, like, letting as many people play your games as possible is it's got to be one of the most rewarding things as a game developer. And I'm not a game developer, but if I were to create something, I would want as many people to enjoy what I made. And that's what this is all about. And people who are like, no, we need our exclusives. Mario needs to stay on Nintendo. I get it. I get that feeling. I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s. I get it. However, it's 2020, and people aren't just playing console games. They're not just playing PC games. They're playing games on their phone or tablets, wherever the hell they can.
True.
At school, during their lunch break, open up a web browser. Hey, I can play my Xbox games on here. I mean, that's a cool idea. I wish I had that.
I wish I had that in school.
High school. You know what I mean?
That's super dope, man. Like I think Nintendo would be the very last company to
absolutely. Die hard old school Japanese Eastern culture. That's just what they do. They're like, no, we have to sell our Nintendos. It's like, okay, guys.
And it's weird to see.
I'm still trying to figure out how to spell the word sale.
Oh yeah,
yeah, right.
I'm sure. I think
Q in here somewhere, right? I think it's a Q.
Breath of the Wild is like $60. Like it's ridiculous. Like there was a launch title and it's $60.
Yeah.
I think Wii U games.
Nate is right. Mario, whatever you say, is on PC. But we're talking legal method gaming because, I mean, Horizon was on PC before. People had mined it over. But now that if you give people the option to buy it legally, like I have Persona emulated, we all know that, but I bought it legally because I want to support them. We talked about this, voting with our wallets. If you vote with your wallet, they're more inclined to do it.
If Atlas brings over Judgment, 4K frames a second, yes, please.
Yes.
I'm still wondering why Atlas is ignoring Xbox. Like they're ignoring Microsoft like crazy. I just
they peed in the bed.
Yeah, something must have happened. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but when Dragon Quest comes to the Xbox, Atlas has got to bend the back, man.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest is coming to Xbox.
True.
That's so far out there. I love Dragon Quest too, by the way. But
dang, serious.
So crazy.
Because that's one I didn't see coming. Because we did a pre-show and I was like, I predicted, Persona 4, Persona 5 will come to Xbox. I didn't see Dragon Quest coming, but
I didn't see that. I didn't see Yakuza 7 launching on the release date of the Xbox Series X. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be everywhere else, but they announced it there.
It's weird that it won't be on PS5 though.
That's so crazy. Crazy timing, man.
What's weird about the Yakuza 7 thing is it's launching on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PS4, but no mention of PS5, which blows my mind. I don't understand it's a next gen timed exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's weird.
Doesn't make sense.
There's got to be a story there, yeah.
Like that'd be something weird for Microsoft to pay for. Yeah, don't put this on PS5, but yeah, it can go on PS4. Like there's no mention. Every time you see about a PS5, it's coming later. Like was there like a development issue? Like why is it not coming to PS5 day one?
I don't know.
Something to think on.
I'm curious about the PS5. Like whenever a lot of games like that are coming cross-gen, like we'll get these quote-unquote free updates or whatever. But the PS5, it's always just like, later in 2021, we'll discuss what we're going to do about the updates. It's like, you're not just going to just flat out say exactly, are you paying for this? Is it free? Is it, it's very wishy-washy with them, and you don't know what the time frame. Like, my example is Cyberpunk. Now, I understand Microsoft has the marketing rights with Cyberpunk right now, for the consoles at least. And it's not going to be when you get your Series X. It's going to be optimized for it right off the bat. No, that's coming later. But they made pretty clear, like they put both of them in the same tweet. They're like PS5 and Xbox Series X games will be upgraded to utilize these new consoles at the same time. But like a lot of developers are like, we'll talk about it later next year. Like that's a little strange to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Should I just not buy the console till then, till I can get these clear dates?
That's just it. Like, I think I tweeted this out. I think I was like, well, you might as well just delay next gen. And it was half a joke and half serious. It's like,
I mean, after Halo, might as well.
Spider-Man looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but if it's not, everyone this is like this mixed information. Everyone's like, oh, it's the first game, but they just added miles to it. I'm like, is it? Because Insomniac is a little wishy-washy with that terminology too. I'm pretty sure it's like a Lost Legacy smaller style thing, which is great because it looks beautiful. But like, is that all I'm gonna play in the Astrobot game that's like preloaded into my PS5? Because I really want.
Oh, don't forget Butt Snacks.
Bug Snacks, that's true. Bug Snacks, Astrobot.
You're not excited about blowing into your controller?
Spider-Man. But like, I don't know, man.
Get to blow into your controller, man.
Launch games are always terrible unless you're Breath of the Wild or Super Mario 64 or Halo.
You
Combat
didn't like
Evolved.
Haze? Haze is classic.
Oh,
I loved SSX, the original SSX for PlayStation 2. That was probably the best launch game that I've ever played. But that's just me.
Well, I think we all know the best launch game is going to be Life of Black Tiger 2. So.
I actually am actually in that game.
PS5.
I'm the #1 investor.
I'm the tan cat in the background looking at the.
You look
Scared out of
familiar.
my mind. Scared out of my mind.
So, before we wrap up, of course, we'd like to give you guys some suggestions, some things that we may have watched recently, something we think should get a little bit more. Sean, and before we do that, I do want to say I want you guys to look out on Lv1Gaming.com. That's Lv1Gaming.com, because we just booked a pretty good interview. I'm calling it pretty good, but I'm super excited about this developer that we're talking to. That we're hoping we should be releasing for you guys this weekend. Super excited about it. But yeah, before we get up out of here, we want to give you guys our suggestions of something that we maybe watched recently, something we think you guys should be checking out. I do want to start with our guests, so we like to do either a movie, TV, anime, or game, all three. It's your choice. So we're going to start with Al. What do you think, brother? Or what you got?
I guess I'll do a game, and first I'll make everybody's eyes roll. I don't watch anime.
Okay.
Hey, brother, you ain't the only one, bro. Man out every week, trust me.
There it is.
Well, I mean, you are odd, so.
So something that I've been playing recently. I mean, I do like to play a little bit of everything. I don't have an underrated title that I'm playing right now. I usually try to play between 5 or 6 or 7 games. I mean, that's a lot for a lot of people, but I play a lot of fucking games. But right now, I think the one I'm getting into the most is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
So good.
I finally got into it on Steam. I was a backer. I backed this bad boy for like $300 on this stupid fucking.
Jeez.
I was like, yeah, let's fucking you get my money, you will get it. But yeah, and I got all this crazy swag in my fucking closet. I haven't even opened it, but I think I got a crazy art book and something signed by what's his name? Oh god, I feel like such an asshole right now. No, what's his name? What's his name? You guys should know.
Remember.
I mean, you
guys
gave him all your
gamers?
money. It don't even matter.
Igarashi. There you go. I got his signature on something. But piece of stained glass. That's what it is.
Oh, nice.
I got the $350 edition. It's pretty cool. It's her tattoo, the flower tattoo, and it's signed by him. It's pretty cool. And it came in a little coffin case. Anyways, long story short, I got the Xbox version when it shipped to me, and I played probably half of it. But at that time, I was moving my house. It was I think it came out like about a year ago, right? Last summer.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I just moved, so I never really got into the game until I was settled. I didn't even have my game room set up. I didn't have like any of my stuff set up in like my office area in the house. So, anyways, 2 weeks ago, Bloodstained went on sale. Steam, bam! I've already put 14 hours into the game. Awesome game. Very Symphony of the Night. The legacy lives on. It is incredible. I love it. I love the shard system. It's incredible. Music is awesome. David Hayter's in it, and he sounds exactly like Snake from Metal Gear Solid. So that's awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was even in the game. I had no idea. It was an awesome surprise. I'm smiling right now talking about it because David Hayter's the man. Yeah, that's all I got. I mean,
Right.
that's it.
Citizen Snips, what you got for the people this week, sir?
So as far as a game to play, I got a little bit of a throwback. The other night I was laying on my couch trying to find something on my Switch to play because I just like zoning out at the end of the night playing something on that little portable. And I went ahead and picked up Final Fantasy IX after remembering that despite playing 7 and 8 and then loving 10 for like most of my childhood, I somehow skipped over 9 and
9 is so good.
So I'm playing 9 right now. Good. So I'm enjoying that. So I'd recommend if you guys haven't gone back and played it, it is available on the Switch for about, I think it's like $27 some weird like $20.19 or some crap like that. But it was I think it was worth it. And then something to watch. Oh geez, man. You know what? It's been so long since we've had any sports to worry about. Forget anime. Watch the Mavs play the Clippers tonight. Game just started about 15 minutes ago. So let's go Mavs. Let's do this.
Okay. Really quick. By the way, thank you for playing 9. 9 is the remake that I wanted. 9 is so good. I don't think Zidane gets enough credit, and Vivi gets enough credit for being just amazing characters.
Vivi's OP, man.
Vivi's legit, dude. He's absolutely legit. Dallas, what you got for us?
Let me see. As far as something to watch, I suggest everybody go on over to Netflix. Type in your mama password and take a look at Project Power. It's pretty dope.
There it is.
Jamie Foxx. It's about Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which is, actually a pretty dope pairing when you think about it. It's about this drug, this street drug that's actually like, it gives people power for 5 minutes at a time. And you don't know what your power will be. It could be anything. You could like just explode, or you could like take off flying. So
is it different each time they take it, or like once you figure out what yours is, that's going to be it every time?
Just
once
yours,
you figure out what it is, that's what it is.
Okay.
And it's at that point you can predict that every time you take that pill, 5 minutes from that moment, you'll have that power.
Gotcha. Okay.
It gets pretty interesting because they basically tracking down the source of it, trying to find out where it comes from. Something to play. I would suggest that everybody go and pull out your mama's card and buy Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Just
why
because I mean,
everybody's stealing from their mama. Hold on.
I mean, all you have to do is go upstairs, just leave the basement for once, and grab.
Damn, Emma.
I mean, ask first, obviously.
Messed up, bro.
But nah, for real, go in and play Ghost of Tsushima because it's worth it. And the combat, once you get the hang of it, like they do a fairly good job of tutorializing. Just go through the story. It's predictable, but you love watching it happen. It's one of those stories. So definitely pick that up because I'm gonna need somebody to run with once that multiplayer comes up.
Oh yeah.
And
oh,
you good,
dude? It's so good.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the end of my suggestions because I've actually been attempting to have somewhat of a life, so I haven't been playing a whole.
What?
We don't have lives, bro.
I really
trying to
just
have a
mean
life
work.
during a
Don't
pandemic.
listen to
What's
me.
wrong with you, man?
I really just mean work. Don't listen to me.
Demi God, what you got?
For anime, I am going to nominate a quick horror anime called Parasite. Really good.
Parasite's good.
Really good. If you haven't checked it out, it's all creepy and gory and really nasty, but it's fun. I think people will enjoy it. For movies, I don't have a movie. Maybe it's a TV show. Once again, I am going. Well, no, not once again. Lovecraft Country. Go check that out. Black folk fighting races and aliens.
Okay.
At the same time.
What is it called?
Lovecraft County or Country.
Where's it at?
Country. Yep.
It's on HBO.
HBO, got it.
And they have the pilot episode on YouTube if you don't have HBO.
Oh,
so
cool.
you can check that out.
You got to type that down in the chat.
I got you. And for games, I am going to nominate Apex Season 6.
Oh,
Season 6 is hit with Ramparts, and they changed the entire meta in the game. As a Bloodhound main, my character's gotten buffed up.
Is
for no
Bloodhound
reason.
finally relevant?
No, Bloodhound's been relevant, but they just beefed him up again.
Okay.
Bloodhound's the greatest right now.
A good friend of mine is the developer on that game, and he's awesome.
That's
I like
dope.
to hear.
Yeah, man. Any of you guys from the old NeoGaf days remember Bish?
Man, I was never in NeoGaf, man. I just
Oh,
I didn't have a
oh,
stomach
fuck
for it,
you.
man.
He was notorious for banning people who were getting out of line. Well, anyways, he works there now. He also worked on Turok.
Oh wow.
Good guy.
Turok. Can you get a remake of Turok?
I couldn't do Gaff, and I can't do Reset Era.
I've been begging him. I was like, dude, take some of the Respawn guys and have them do a Turok game. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Halo to the King. What you got this week?
Haven't really been playing too much. I've had some personal things going on, but I have been playing through Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
Nice.
One of the best stories told this gen probably ever. Game looks great, plays great. Just honestly, the closest like ultimate like Western fantasy type game you could ever play.
How do you think Rockstar's going to top that? Can I ask one question? How do you think?
I really don't know. Like it's everything I wanted in like a Western game. Like it's not even just like a game. It's more like an experience. Like you just. It's the game I have the most time in because I play Red Dead Online, even though Rockstar treats it like their redheaded, unloved stepchild. But it's gonna be tough to top for me because I'm more into like Red Dead than I am GTA.
Yeah.
But as far like I said, movies, and I don't really watch anime. Movies or TV shows. I gotta say, probably Better Call Saul.
Nice.
I still can't do it, man. I want to.
If you loved Breaking Bad,
Loved it.
Breaking Bad is my favorite show.
Loved it all time.
Better Call Saul.
It's not quite
so good.
It's not quite as like in your face like craziness as like Breaking Bad is, but it's definitely answers a lot of questions and stuff like that. It's really good. So yeah, that's my recommendation.
Flow Hugger, sis, what you got?
Before I get in my recommendations, I just want to let you know it was recently just posted as we were still doing the podcast. The lead writer and creative director of Bloodlines, Vampire the Masquerade, both of them have been fired without a reason due to the game delay. Awesome.
Yeah, I tweeted that earlier.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad news coming. It sounds like another delay to me.
Oh, it's gonna be something. Movies, I'm gonna say go watch Atomic Blonde. Who doesn't want to watch Charlize Theron kick some ass?
Yes.
Anime, Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. I don't know where it falls in the Ghost in the Shell mythos, but it's been pretty banging so far, and it's 3D, but not like weird 3D like Berserker was.
That animation is weird.
It takes a while to get used to. It's like Beastars. Games, I got 2 suggestions, but they're in the same genre, but they're vastly different. First one is Mortal Shell. Did a review on it. Go check it out. It's a banging game with a deep story. Very hard. And then the second game is The Surge 2. Same genre, but vastly different game. I've been playing that. The ability to aim at body parts and cut them off for your use is really cool.
No, for me, Dallas had my movie as Project Power. I think it's super dope. Definitely worth checking out if you have Netflix, or like Dallas said, steal your mama Netflix password and go check out Project Power. And for games, it's one that actually recently went free to play, and that's Fantasy Strike. I'm not a big fighter game, so Fantasy Strike it's a fighting game that's meant for beginners and experienced fighters. It was made by David Serlin, who was also doing Super Street Fighter Turbo 2. Super cool guy. Got to interview him a few years ago at PAX.
Man, you're giving me traumatic flashbacks. I have PTSD.
Oh, he did kick your ass, sis.
He
Good
worked
God.
me over, man.
That's
like,
what she
good
said.
God.
You didn't even pinch him, bro. Like, you didn't even pinch him. Like, it was pretty
I
bad.
couldn't leave the corner of the screen, man. I was just stuck there. That was it for me.
But the game just went free to play. They just added like 2 or 3 more characters. Me and Dallas got beef in this game, so whenever he want more smoke, to let me know. Because it's on PC and PS4. I've been screaming for Microsoft to bring it to Xbox. Even when it wasn't free to play, David Serlin said, yeah, man, I want this game on Game Pass, and they never did nothing about it. So maybe, hopefully, now that it's free to play, we can get it on Xbox. But definitely check out Fantasy Strike. Even like me, like I said, I'm not into fighters. This is a fighter that you definitely would get into, because it can dumb it down, and it can also get really really difficult. So definitely check out Fantasy Strike. Normally we would have everybody's tags up. We don't have that screen today, so I do apologize. But in the not in the comics, in the description, I will have the app for the Alcoholocaust. I did it. I did it. I will have his Twitter handle in the description. Like I said when I first started today, man, he's one of my favorite follows, man. Super funny dude. It was a pleasure having you come on with us today, man. We hope you come back sometime soon. We'll have the meme box up so we'll have to numb it down a little bit, but definitely was a pleasure having you on today, man. Is there anything you want to promote out or anything like that before we get out of here?
Nah. You guys did everything. I enjoyed being on here. You guys seemed all very knowledgeable and are real gamers. That's what it's all about.
We tricked him, guys. We did it.
Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This has been Level 101. Thank you guys for rocking. Don't forget to get all your gaming news from Lv1Gaming.com. That is Lv1Gaming.com. We have, and I said one earlier, I have 2 pretty dope interviews coming for you guys. We got a couple of games that are in review right now that people are working hard on. We got a new podcaster writer coming on that we'll be introducing to you guys next week. A lot of things that happen. I want to thank you guys. If I haven't said it, thank you guys for all the views and the growth we've been receiving on Lv1Gaming.com, because it has far exceeded my expectations for a site that's been live for 4 months. You guys have exceeded my expectations. I just want to say thank you for all the love and support. Once again, congratulations. This was level 121 of the WSP podcast. We will see you guys next Wednesday, but me and Hug will see you guys tomorrow for take 2. And we out.
Annyeong.